and selling.
There are many.
Don't call us mounts. Nobody mounts a Senchrat. Riders shut up and follow where we lead, or they land whiskers first in the mud. If you want a mount, go buy a...
But you are a dumb animal. Just kidding.
Zamorak is happy to see you, friend. After the dragons entered the Moon Gate and you followed, this one worried that all was lost. But then, the moons parted, and suddenly everything's just what you would expect. We held our ground against the swarming Euraxians and their necromancers, repelled the dragons as best we could. This one let the desert wind flow through his limbs and claws, while our soldiers rallied to his side. Between the Khajiiti militia and the Cygnus irregulars, we held them off. When the moons separated, the Euraxians broke off their attack and scattered to the four winds. The remainder will be a nuisance, but they pose no threat to them. Zamorak doesn't know for certain. We faced mostly the Euraxians on the upper ridge. Prefect Kalo commanded the Ballisti, so he could tell you more. This Zamorak hopes to serve as Queen Kamira's claw, and defend the throne as he was trained to do. If she will not have me, well, Gareshri has many plans for improving life in elsewhere. This one...
Oh, it's you. Good to see you're still among the living. I suppose you had a hand? It's all in my report. Our troops held their ground and fought bravely. We lost many good soldiers, Khajiiti and Imperial, but we did our duty. We slaughtered Euraxians by the score and kept the dragons at bay. It was crucial to our survival. When the moons separated, the dragons broke ranks. They seemed to lose their drive, their purpose. They stopped attacking and flew off. Not a moment too soon. The ones that survived Zamorak's charge lost what remained of their courage when the dragons abandoned the field of battle. They scattered like sand roaches and ran in all directions. I doubt they'll give the militia too much trouble going forward. We still have a lot to do to heal the scars left by Euraxia and her mercenaries. I'll offer our services to Queen Kamira and Lord Gareshri. Let them use us if that's what they need. But the Cygnus Irregulars are mostly military engineers, scouts, and trainers. We have a lot more to offer a kingdom that needs to be rebuilt than just...
It's good to see you, Five Claw. We only just returned and I have yet to report to the Queen. Kamira is alright, isn't she? We saw the moons move and the eclipse end, but we haven't heard what happened after you entered the Moon Gate. After I was caught in that dragon blast, Zamorak tended to my wounds and took command of the soldiers defending the upper ridge. I'm sorry to say that I was in and out of consciousness for most of what happened next. I know that I am still alive and grateful to be back in Rimmon. It's a miracle, thank the moons, that the city is free once more. If you want to know what really occurred at the Moongate, you'll need to ask Zamorak and Prefect Kelo.
His index finger, actually, all of his fingers look like a 600-pound person's feet.
There are those among the troops who need the healers more than I. But perhaps a few hours in the soothing springs will
Correction,
restore
just the
strength.
toes.
I'll need it too. I have much to do to help Chimera restore Enequina to its...
Outsider, this one must speak with you. This one never expected to set foot in the capital of Enequina again. She hoped the militia would succeed, but she didn't believe they stood a chance against the usurper queen. Kashia understands you played a significant role in these. Such wonders you have accomplished, and to have touched the face of Blessed Jode. This one is in awe. Despite all that, the Main has sent me to determine what happens next. The healers? This one hopes the speaker wasn't gravely injured. As for your question, we must settle the matter of Enequina's succession. Kashia must determine if Chimera is the legitimate heir to the throne and if... Certainly, but anyone can make such a claim. To be accepted by the Khajiit, she must be recognized by the Main. With Gareshri indisposed, will you stand with Chimera and vouch for her heritage? If so, please, tell her I am ready to meet with her. Before you return to Chimera's side, this one requests an additional favor. The Main gave Kashia a sealed letter for Abner Tharn, but he refuses to see me. I understand that you and he share a special bond. Perhaps the specifics concern the Tharn alone, but this one believes it deals with the artificial eclipse and its impact on Khajiit society. The moons hold great sway over the Khajiit born under them. What does this mean for those born during... No matter what caused the eclipse, Joan and Jode joined as one. When this occurs naturally, one born then may become the next Main. But during a false eclipse, succession becomes a concern. The Main hopes Tharn can explain the arcane. The Main cannot be everywhere at once. That is what the speaker and the envoys are for. For now, the Main's duties do not include Enequina. But know that the Main's heart is everywhere in Elsewhere. Now.
Abner, you simply must stay for the ceremony. It's not every day we get to see a lovely cat receive a crown.
Nonsense. And don't call me Abner. Besides, I think I've overstayed my welcome as far as Chimera is concerned.
Talk some sense into him. Abner can't just slink away like a thief in the night. It's undignified, not to mention rude. I don't know what goes on in that otherwise brilliant mind of his.
You and Cadwell, the two of you just can't leave well enough alone. No one was supposed to notice as I slipped out of Rimmen. Of course, very little has gone according to plan since the Wrathstone tablets set me on this path. I am neither sentimental nor enamoured of pomp and circumstance. My time in Elsewhere has shown me that I have limits. I am not the battle mage I was in my younger days. Besides, I hate parties. Small talk, speeches, canapes, totally unbearable. I watched firsthand as a remarkable young woman became a leader. She's already a queen. Everything else is simply ceremony. I've lingered here long enough. You were an able enough traveling companion. I may call on you again sometime. An intriguing question. Are Khajiit born under a forced eclipse next in line for the main? But this other bit confirms my suspicions. I must travel to Palatine at once. We accomplished much, but I fear we haven't seen the last of Calgrontiid. I must investigate reports coming from the south. You, however, have a queen to crown. Take Cadwell with you and make sure he behaves. And tell Chimera she did admirably. We saw no body, and there's no reason to suppose Calgrontiid couldn't escape from Jode just as we did. He absorbed a remarkable amount of energy while the moons were aligned, after all.
Hey there, good looking. Hey there, good looking.
Hey there, shut the fuck up.
The aqueduct brings us water for drinking, washing, and bathing. Bazdal often enjoys lounging in the cool waters during hot summer.
Shore's bones. Rigert knew he should have brought more mead.
Why me?
I assure you, Cassia, my wounds are healing quite nicely.
Nevertheless, this one has asked the Outlander to stand beside Chimera, should I decide to give the Main's blessing.
Garish Reed told me you found them. He filled me in on what happened during the battle at the Moongate. Dragons and necromancers, I understand. But politics and coronations, they twist my tail, and their regalia. It pinches. Moons, I miss my leathers. I am having many thoughts, but I know what I must do. Like Anequina and my other ancestors before me, I must stand tall and accept my responsibilities with humility and grace. Provided the Main's envoy confirms my right to the throne. The woman is inscrutable. I think she just wants to see me suffer until she acquiesces and places the crown on my head. Before the full weight of the kingdom falls upon my shoulders, I want to tell you something. I want you to know I appreciate everything you have done for Elsewhere. For me. I do not believe we would have survived without your assistance. Now,
Tears of joy, my friend. Once Chimera arrives, this small stream will become a raging river, and honor, he's even more emotional than me.
The healers were able to do wonders, my friend. I almost feel like my old self again. I will secure Chimera's claim. You just stand beside her and support her. She values your presence, as do I. But
who will confirm that Chimera is the daughter of King Hemekar and the rightful heir to the throne of Anequina?
I will, as her guardian all these years, and as the Speaker of the Main. Chimera is the rightful heir. Come forth, daughter of Hemekar and Numara. Come forth, child of Anequina.
Chimera, do you accept the duties of the throne? Will you lead this kingdom and protect its people?
I do, and I will.
Know then that the Main accepts and recognizes your claim. All hail Chimera, Queen of Anequina!
I promise to serve our people, and I offer thanks to all who helped achieve our recent victories. Finally, there is one I wish to honor. One whose assistance in these matters was unprecedented and invaluable. Five Claw, my comrade and friend, please, approach the throne. Courageous Five Claw, I will make sure your deeds are sung by my people. They will be told from one generation to the next. As Kunzari passed into legend, so too will then say nothing, my friend. Just know that you helped deliver my homeland from tyranny. You helped me avenge my parents. You saved us from... You appeared when elsewhere needed you most. In our most desperate time of troubles, you helped restore our nation. You will always have a place here, my friend. And I want you to accept the greatest award I can offer. I name you Champion of Enequina. There are still dragons to kill and Euraxians to deal with, but now it is time to celebrate. Take a few moments, talk to our friends, then enjoy yourself, Champion. You earned it. It is time for different adventures, Five Claw. I must lead my people and erase the memories of the usurper queen. May her name be blotted from the histories. Of course, I may find time to slip away and explore a ruin or two. Just what you would expect. I listen to problems and I try to find solutions. I suppose I must coordinate with our allies in the Dominion at some point, and there are still...
I came to Northern Elsewhere with an impossible task. I took command of the militia and sought to free Rimmon from Euraxia's grasp. With your help, we accomplished so much. As always, I go wherever the main needs me. For a while, I remain in Rimmon to provide Queen Chimera with whatever assistance she requires.
Thank you for helping to restore the bloodline of Enequina Walker. It is good to see a Khajiit once again on the throne of Rimmon. Kashia apologizes for all the formality, but she had...
And all hail Five Claw, whom I name Champion of Enequina!
Cheer for me, bitch.
Wasn't that a beautiful ceremony? Not quite on the level of the time I attended Molon Ball's first Daedric Titan unveiling and Sol Shriven impalement celebration, but next, having given it a thought, it's enough trouble keeping track of the past and present to bother with what happens in the future. Maybe I'll finally build that little house on the edge of Cold Harbor's yawning chasm. Ah, the vertigo. Well, certainly, eventually. It's my home. Besides, who would all the Sol Shriven look up to if I never returned? Have no fear, my friend. If you ever need Catwell's sword again, I'll rush...
Last time I was in Rimmon Palace, it was on business. Well, certainly seems you've sought out bigger game since our time in Hakoshey. A dragon, I believe? Or several, if the stories are... You'll have to excuse me if I don't trust you to get rid of all the beasts. The sooner I'm back in Morrowind... Not this time. I just doubt this dragon business has been entirely dealt with. Best to be prepared for what lies ahead. Besides, it would be awful if you wound up dead. I'm glad that the Cygnus Irregulars were able to lend Queen Chimera our support. Helped make up for all the evil Euraxia brought with her to Elsewhere. Now where's the... I hate the idea of mercenary companies, but without an imperial government in place, that seems to be what we're reduced to. Luckily, Chimera has accepted our offer of assistance and has agreed... A few. You'd be surprised how many of their dances can't be accomplished without claws or a tail. I do hope they play the waxing moon, though. I find it rather elegant, and it's the one best suited to my tailless.
This one's heart sings at seeing Chimera crowned queen. Her parents would have been so proud. Thank you, my friend, for getting us to this moment. and for help. Zamorak will always be an adept. But Queen Khamira has agreed to accept me as her claw. This one will protect the Queen and serve her as best he can.
Shal, once again Hadaras finds you in the thick of the madness. Perhaps you did not leave 2 moons at Tenmar with all your wits about you. You seem to throw yourself at undead and dragons with reckless abandon. Hadaras came to inform Garashri. She saw a dragon with a broken horn, and a warrior with a great... Hadaras does not know who or what these things represent.
Mizik can't believe the tales he has heard. Dragons, moongates, eclipses. Oh, so Mizik is doing very well, especially after being invited to this ceremony. Never did he think he would be witnessing a Khajiit. That is good to hear. Mizik would hate to make a bad impression. But this one is sure you have many others to talk to. He will not keep you, Walker. Remember, if you are ever in need of an investigator, call on Mizik.
This guy looks like he's at a fucking punk, what are they called? The mosh pit. He's in a fucking punk mosh pit or something.
Be nice to get off my feet.
The Jackdaw should never have attacked even. The good would they deserve.
Tell me this is not the most beautiful game you've ever seen. Fight me!
Nonsense, dear. Just send...
Rabbi's a...
Why carry on? I've lost hope. What am I to do?
Trading here.
Selling, buying, trading right here.
I bet I can bang the dents from my armor while we're in town.
Welcome to Volkogard. All newcomers must check in with Watch Captain Astanya. You'll find her at the docks on the south. The Queen's here in town. Her Royal Guard, the 1st Auridon Marines, require everyone to check in.
Fair day, visitor. Please state your name for the record. I'll just write that down. By order of the 1st Auridon Marines, your presence in the Vulkel Guard has been registered. Do your best to stay out of trouble and out of the way. Fare you well. Help? No, I don't think so. Actually, my guardsmen are all tied up right now. If you're up to it, perhaps you could look into something. Good. I want you to speak with 2 members of the Queen's Court, Advisor Norian and Steward Eminway. They await assistance from the guard. Hands I can't spare just now. Who do you want to speak to first? You'll find the steward at a warehouse east of here. Be sure to tell her that I sent you. Once you've finished with both of them, report back to me on the town. Well, what are you waiting for?
Let's go.
Buying? Selling? I've got what you need.
Trading here.
I lost it somewhere, along with my dignity.
I'm sorry, I can't help you right now. I'm very busy and there's a lot. Oh, all right then. What was it? Right, the supplies. 2 of my cooks took deathly ill right in the middle of preparing the Queen's feast. I suspect sabotage. I want to be sure all of our food supply. I'm not upset. Not at all. I'll examine the supplies in here. You go to the warehouse next door, make sure everything is fresh, and there's nothing out of place.
I know what you need. A drink.
Hold it right there.
Did you find anything? Thank the stars! You found the problem. I'm sure it was some kind of test to see if they could sneak something deadly past our security. Lucky we had you on the job. The advisor? Yes, yes. Far end of the docks to the...
I'm busy here. Away with you. In that case, you'll do nicely. My servant followed a burglar to this warehouse. The ignorant knave stole a set of marine deployment plans for the Queen's upcoming speech. Well, I'm sure I wouldn't know. I'm no burglar. In any case, we can't let those plans escape. They could be used to bypass the Queen's security.
Please.
Yes.
I did just as you asked.
Yes, you did.
Well, did you find the plan? Oh, a pity. Keep the plans. You can give them to the captain next time.
You listen to me, right?
Well, did you find the plan? Oh, a pity. Keep the plans. You can give them to the captain next time you see her. In the meantime, I must attend to the Queen. Some kind of criminal feud, I'm sure. Now then, if you have some other task, you should be about...
Tell me what you found. Good, good. Look, I hate to rush you, but I have another task for you. One of my men, Heldil, has cornered a thug nearby. We need to talk to this lowborn scum. We've no time for this. He's involved in a plot against the Queen, that's all I can say. We need someone like you to get to him. He refuses to speak with a member of the Guard. Just hold it for the moment. Heldil is just up the stairs here, house on the right. Get going. Remember, the Queen's service.
Kindly step back. We have a situation here. Ah, help from the captain. Excellent. Inside, we've cornered a dangerous Mer. He's wanted by the Crown, has valuable information, and threatens to kill himself every time we approach the door. I need him alive. Just get in there and get him talking. Don't listen to what he says. He's half crazed. You get him talking, we move in behind you. Got it?
Get back! One step closer, and I'll cut my throat. Why should I trust you? Fine. Fine. Just don't try any...
Stendarr forgive you.
You're no god. Thank the stars. Quickly, we don't... They're coming. I know you're just a distraction. Listen closely. Captain Astania is corrupt. She's a member of a group called the Veiled Heritance. They're planning an assassination attempt on the Queen at the temple. They bribed members of her staff to get the speech moved here, where they can have the captain in their pocket. No. Only what I've seen and heard. Please, you must warn the Queen.
Good work, citizen.
This is nice. Aurelia and I used to go camping
Shut your
like
mouth.
this on High
You're under
Isle.
arrest.
Seems like a long, long time ago.
Only to serve the Queen.
Sure you do. Faritale?
With pleasure.
Good work. Don't worry. He'll receive a fair trial. The captain is always very even-handed in her pronouncements. Good call. We'll see that this man is taken to a cell. With respect, of course. I have to admit I'm impressed. Cool like the scales of Auriel you are. Good luck with the captain. She sent word. She's moved to protect the Queen. That'll be at the Manor House. Stars guide your steps now.
You there. How would you like to do something worthwhile?
If you see a pawn shop, give a shout. I want to get a gift for Aurelia.
Hold. I must speak with you. Ah, my errand runner. So good to... Stop right there. On my authority as captain, you're under arrest. Under suspicion of conspiracy to regicide. What's that in your pack? Deployment plans for the Marines at the temple. And do I smell the taint of poison on the air? These are the tools of an assassin. It's no use arguing, scum. Not another word out of you.
You're a really shitty blackmailer.
Ah, Razumdar's new friend is awake. How do you feel, new friend? It is as this one said. Razumdar is your new friend, but then this one's friends call him Raz. You may have noticed your last new friend, Phaezion. He lies dead on the captain happened. Phaezion and Raz work together as agents of the Queen. Phaezion was not willing to give up secrets. Raz needs a partner now. So yes, you will soon be free, for a price. You must warn the Queen. You must get past the captain's men. Seek out another of Our Lady's agents, Eshaba. She stands watch in the marketplace, peddling her wares. Ask her for a souvenir of the First Marines, and she will... Now, out of here. Save the Queen. You have questions, new friend? You have this one's apologies. He was looking for Phaezion. It is a happy accident for us both that you could be saved. You escaped the cell, and Razumdar's new plan to warn the Queen moves forward. It is somewhat embarrassing, but this one's face is known to some of the royal court. If Razumdar were to approach, they would know something is amiss. Is there anything else this one can convey? They don't think we need the Dominion to survive. They think the Queen is making a mistake, elevating the Bosmer and Khajiit to be equals with the High Elves. Racists, isolationists, and general idiots.
What do you suppose they do for fun around here?
It's like this whenever I arrive in a new city. Everyone wants one of my cakes. That's why they call me the Wizard of Whisking, you know. I wonder if anyone here received one of my rare cake vouchers. Those lucky netches are... Congratulations! That's an amazing coincidence. Let me assure you, my friend, you're in for a wonderful treat. Not everyone receives one of my vouchers. Puts you right to the head of the line for my most delightful creation, the Jubilee Cake.
I fucking love this guy and his missions.
You've never had one of my Jubilee cakes? I suppose that makes sense. I don't make them for just anyone, you know. People here in Pact Territory especially enjoy the flavor of the honey. It comes straight from the source in Skyrim. I'll make a fresh Jubilee cake, but you'll have to gather the ingredients while I continue to fill my orders. I need bananas, flour, and honey. Buy them or find them, doesn't matter to me. Just bring them back here. The faster you collect the ingredients I need, the sooner you'll get to taste my delicious... Popular? Oh, I've had nobles and Daedric princes wait years for one of my confectionery creations. That's why they call me the Prince of Pastry and the Patron of Pies. My cakes are grand and elaborate, and they are absolutely delicious. You'll see. Welcome back to Chef Donnellan's famous traveling bakery barge. Were you able to gather the ingredients I need to make you your cake? A touch of this, a pinch of that. I hope you like the cake. Maybe we'll meet again sometime. My bakery barge travels all around the world, you know. That's how we'll end this war of the alliances, mark my words. Cake has a way... Cake? I don't know. This one came out so well, I might just keep it for myself. Just kidding. You earn this special cake. Wait until you taste it. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Work builds character, they say.
On the move.
Hey, have one with me.
My time is precious. What is it? Is this about the fish? I took what I paid for. Good. I have business on Canarthy's roost. Passage is free. The inspectors won't be looking.
Don't worry. Shalar will attend you in a moment.
Can no one lend a hand?
Staying out of trouble?
We need your face to become familiar, so your presence won't be questioned. Come, this one so you fall from thin air. Pop, drop, splash. Raz would have tried for a backflip, but under the circumstances, this one is most impressed. Razumdar is here on a mission of some delicacy. This one did not know how your presence here would change it, but honestly, Raz is glad you returned. You may be just what... First, a question. Where did you come from? If you landed 5 paces north, you'd have squashed a rat, slipped on its guts, and cracked your head on a signal drum. The whole island would have known of your arrival. So where did you come from, truly? A Daedric prince, you say? Raz has a nose for lies, but you seem clean as an ocean breeze. If anyone else asks you, where will you say you came from? Yes, lie with confidence. A straight face and a gleam in your eye. Well done. It is very good right now to fit in. Your sudden arrival, it does not. You should not. You should trust your instincts. Leave if you wish. No one will stop you. Or come with Raz and do what you can to help us recover. In the process, grow your stature and wealth. Because you are no soldier, which is useful. You can speak with the locals, assure them we are not invaders, or... Commander Karanet, a moment? This recruit survived the shipwreck without injuries. You mentioned something about the Shattered Shoals, yes?
Glad you're up and about, recruit. I'm in need of a scout to head to Shattered Shoals. Most of our fleet foundered to the west, but we've had few survivors trickle in from that. We captured a sea viper spying on the camp. Those pirates never travel alone. Find out if they're around Shattered Shoals, and if so, what they're doing on this island. Of course, you should assist any shipwreck survivors you find. We must each do our... Before you head to Shattered Shoals, speak with Eelsil. He just returned from exploring a nearby temple. That wizard claims to know something about everything.
Eelsil is this way. Eelsil, this recruit wishes to speak.
Marvelous, isn't it? We'll have to construct a special room for the Morning Stone when we bring it back to the Mages Guild. I'm sorry, did you need something?
Yes. The Temple of the Morning Springs is an old Khajiit ruin not far from here. We excavated the Morning Stone from one of the chambers. As you can see, its supply of water appears... What do you mean? Pirates? In an ancient Khajiit temple? Preposterous! All we saw were the undead warriors that overran our camp. I have no idea. Actually, I have 12 ideas, but they're far less fascinating than the Morning Stone. Probably some sort of ancient curse. It usually is with these things. Arrogant sea elf pirates. To my recollection, they aren't known to raid Khenarthi's roost. Oh, and they have a thing for snakes. But I'm sure we both have more important matters to attend.
We should speak privately. Before you depart, let's meet by the statues north of camp. There, you see? You fit in and no... Ilsil is most impressed with his newest bubble. But the undead Karaneth told you how the hurricane dashed the fleet into Khenarthi's roost. Now oh, there's far less glamorous work to be done in Mistral, at the northern end of the island. Let's meet up there, after you've done what you decide to do. Until then, bright moons guide you.
Can any of you hear? You there? Have you seen my squad? We were all on the little Alkosh, part of the Dominion fleet sailing for Khenarthi's roost. Then a hurricane blew up out of nowhere. Sails tore, hulls cracked, and we were thrown into the ocean. I ended up here. I can't find the rest of my squad. thought I heard one of them calling out, but the ocean twists up sounds. If they're wounded or pinned down, could you keep an eye out for my soldiers? They answer to Edelus, Onglon, and Nistel. 2 of us can cover more ground. I'm sure my squad made it to shore alive. Dominion Marines constantly defy the sea's attempts to drown us. The hurricanes, they're another matter. I fear my squad is banged up worse than I am. Our ship's hold was packed full of an old Bosmer healing remedy. The labels say torchbug treacle, but Marines call it glow juice. The wreck scattered bottles across the beach must be what brought out the Aelids. Squat creatures made of teeth, claws, and endless hunger. I've heard their cries up and down the beach since I came to. Their sweet tooth is bigger than their walnut brains. I saw one of the stupid things swallow a whole bottle of blow juice. Good luck. Do me a favor. If you find them before I do, tell... Use a break.
Hope they appreciate...
Blessings upon...
Not quite ready to push my luck again. One brush with death is enough for the day.
Who are you? Lieutenant?
still standing. Be proud of that.
Been thinking. If I were bigger, waves would have smashed me even harder. Punctured lung, cracked skull. Never thought being this short would come in handy.
What?
Lots of snakes out here. Watch your ankles.
Haha, for me it's watch your hand and stomach.
Turns out my squad were the ones who found me.
Request if you want a story time.
Dominion Marine? You'd make quite a scout. My squad said you were looking for Lieutenant Gellin. Have you found him? What do you mean? First, a hurricane blows out of nowhere and destroys our fleet. Then, an able-bodied Dominion Marine is captured and tortured to death? What else was in that cave? Some kind of sacrifice? This is too big for my squad to handle. We need reinforcements. Nistel spotted a beached ship nearby. It looks intact, and she spotted Dominions. We need to combine our forces and find who murdered Lieutenant Gellin. My squad and I need to pull his body out of that damn cave. Would you warn the sailors on that beached ship? They need to know it's not safe to wander around. Wait, take this. I found some glow juice while I was looking for my squad, but they're on the mend. You'll get used to the taste. We'll be along shore.
You want a slick-arsed sea viper or a cabbage-mouthed castaway? State your business with the crew of the Prowler. The hurricane killed hundreds of Marines. Why does it matter if one of them died in the cave? Oh. Well, the Prowler is like a hen in a wolf den until she's seaworthy again. Maybe your Marines can prove they're more than two-legged cargo in shiny armor. If they pitch in, I'll consider reinforcements. They up for it? And I'm sure they'll be as useful as they were in the hurricane. Should they care to prove otherwise, they're welcome to do... Oh, and our Sunsighter. It must have fallen overboard when we beached. Our lookout saw... Sure, talking's easier than working. Well, ask. Captain Jimala uses it to navigate. I could tell you how the sun and stars show the ship's exact position, but none of it matters while it's in the sea like barnacles on the arse. They're all sea elves. Malmer, they call themselves. Nothing more than pirates, if you ask me. Some say they have a connection to the water itself, but it's a lie. Anyone can learn. The pride of the long coast. We'll sail for the Dominion as long as they pay us to raid enemy shipping. John and Jode, don't let the captain hear you say that. Pirates steal and pillage for themselves. We're privateers, so we do it for whoever pays us. A crucial distinction. And the sooner the Prowlers are... Sure, talking...
These aren't Dominion sailors. They're privateers. Just our luck. We'll show that old sea cat what Dominion Marines can do. Nistel is as good with a mallet as she is with her sword. I can have her patch the Prowler's leaks. These aren't Dominion. These aren't. We'll show that old sea cat what Dominion Marines can. Edalus is the best scrounger in the regiment. If you want.
I'm in your service. Of course.
We'll show that old sea cat what Dominion... Onglorn is our best tracker. He can recover the Sunsighter in no time. I almost pity the sea viper who's holding on to the Sunsider. Anglon will recover it soon enough. Edelus is the best scrounger. He's on his way. Anything else we can do? All right. I appreciate what you've done for us. We'll keep the Prowler safe while you take care of it. Marines do their part.
Luck's been bad ever since we hit this damned big...
That was fast. All right. There's room on the Prowler for your Marine friends. As long as they... I said I'd consider it. Captain Jimala is the only one who can make that call. Something you'll want to hear. You just made the Prowler seaworthy, and Captain Jimala always pays her debts. Go talk to her.
Due to your efforts, the Prowler is free to sail once the tide comes in. Those Marines did their part as well. I have no reinforcements, but I offer something better. I know who's killing. Our lookout watched the Sea Vipers drag a Dominion Marine into a cave. Later, he saw your friends remove the Marine's body. If we weren't so short-handed, I'd have ordered his rescue. But 3 of my own crew were missing. Before we understood the danger, I sent my crew to scavenge among the shoals so we might repair the Prowler. We thought they disappeared, but what? The Sea Vipers happened. Now there's a new storm brewing, and I fear they're the cause of it. Mustangui recovers below. Hear what she has to say for yourself.
The Sea Vipers are insane! They're trying to create another hurricane! Sir Verkvild and I were scavenging for a replacement helmsman's wheel when the Sea Vipers ambushed us. They brought us to the island with the beached Dominion flagship. Those filthy Maormer dragged my mates up and tied them to these serpent-shaped statues. Then they started chanting, and lightning surrounded them. That's when the storm began to form around the island. Yes, I'm sure of it. It was a terrible sight. The Sea Vipers were so caught up in the ritual, I slipped free. I tried to grab Sir, but the lightning held him fast. Then one of the Sea Vipers yanked at him. I saw the Maormer's wrist glow. The Maormer wore lodestones on their wrists. It let them ignore those lightning bonds, but I couldn't find any more, so I jumped off the ship and swam for it. Please.
sea vipers are insane!
They won't kill me today.
Sur and Verkvild returned just after the skies cleared up. They're a bit damp, but otherwise all right. My lookout, then we'll finish repairs and shove off at high tide. Oh, your marine friends fended off sea vipers while you rescued my crew. They're welcome aboard, as long as they want. Perhaps we'll see you at Mistral. You'll always have a place on the Prowler.
Drake, I didn't think you could get more powerful.
Well? If the gods reward hard work, we got something coming to us. If the gods reward...
Make sure you check the hull for holes. Still need more supplies.
I'm glad we could help get the Prowler seaworthy. If the Sea Viper...
Thanks to you, we'll be able to float the Prowler off this beach.
With a little luck, we'll have this cleared away before the tide.
Thanks to you, we'll be able to float the Prowler off this beach the next tide.
Disrupting prayers.
I've heard tales of your valor at Esduin. Bravely done.
Watch out. We've been getting reports of bandits on the road.
Halt! Come no closer.
Please, a moment. Please, I need your help. I'm part of an expedition from Eagle's Strand. While we explored the Temple of the Morning Springs, the dead began to rise. The others fled, but my master never emerged. 2 magical wards seal the temple. I have no doubt Warwellian can protect himself. My master and I had little to do after the shipwreck. When the locals mentioned a temple where the fountains never run...
You have such... turned back. I'm whatever. I tired of this. Leave or die. It matters not.
That can't be good. We need to get those wards down, fast!
This is not the end of our tale. We're still standing. Be proud of that.
Scorpion's poison courses through its prey.
Watch for undead. I'll disrupt the ward.
Spider weaves the web around its prey.
This ward won't keep us out for long. barrier must have activated when the dead began to rise. It looks like the cycle of the 2 moons is important somehow. Perhaps that's the key to disrupting them. My master and I had little to do after the shipwreck. When the locals mentioned a temple where the fountains never run dry, we leapt at the chance to investigate. Eilsil insisted on leading, of course. Ah, so you've met him. My master calls him Eelkill. Something about an experiment gone wrong many years ago. The Morning Stone you saw came from this temple. Eilsil was barely able to remove it before the undead. Aurelian thought it could be used to control the weather. Perhaps prevent another hurricane.
My blade is yours. The barrier is down. Oh, but before we proceed, I need to speak with you. When we entered the temple, that skeleton made it sound as though Aurelian was in grave danger. I won't let vague threats keep us from my master. But Aurelian is too important to lose. Perhaps we should think before we... The Dominion relies on Aurelian for his sound judgment. He's taught countless students the ways of Magicka, including some of the Queen's own advisors. His role in the invasion is paramount for our future success. If anything were to happen to him... Thank you. We found the Morning Stone on that pedestal. Wait, that's Aurelian.
Is that large and you still don't listen? Perhaps you need a few alterations. There was a time when the sound of Uldor's voice commanded the terror. Why, I'm Uldor. I see your dominion teaches you nothing of my people. I shouldn't bemoan your ignorance. You fools ended centuries of captivity when you removed the Morning Stone. Never mind that accursed blue rock. I'm about to restore my wardrobe to its full glory. Behold this Aurelian fellow. Such vibrancy. I could use more like him, but one must be willing to run through a bolt of silk for the finest coat. Oh, I believe I'll keep him. At least until my summoning ritual wears him through. You see, undead are also beige. but I'm willing to adorn myself with hundreds of tawdry outfits in order to collect the more colorful garb at Eagle's Strand. Then drown in a sea of bones.
Leave Aurelian for now. We have to disrupt the summoning ritual. I'll destroy the bone piles if you keep the undead at bay. It'll take a moment to weaken the circle. Keep the undead away from me! We fought well. It's working! I'll weaken the next circle. One last circle. We can do this. We must do this. Go. Help my master. I'm right behind you.
Stay back!
Uldor! Get out of my body now!
Silence! None command Uldor!
Uldor, I command you by the tears of the two moons, return to your prison.
Ah! That won't hold me for long.
You're Gathwin's ally, yes? Please, disable these traps so she can make it to us safely. Despite all my knowledge, Uldor's influence over me was absolute. I'd be little more than a puppet without your timely intervention. Only my pride. But we have a more pressing matter. As Uldor sensed my thoughts, I could sense his. He plans to overwhelm and enslave Kenarthi's roost with an undead horde by the next dawn! Uldur was a powerful Malmo wizard who learned to separate his spirit from his body. Even in death, he can wear hundreds of mindless forms at a time. Thankfully, I know his weakness. The Morning Stone's endless water supply tied Uldor's spirit to his body. When Eilsil removed the Morning Stone from the temple, he set Uldur free. Once again, Eilsil's sloppy methods nearly caused the death of me. These gems focus the Morning Stone's power. Uldur had me remove them from his tomb. I propose Gathwin recovers the Morning Stone from Eagle's Strand. Meanwhile, we restore Uldor's prison. Simple enough. The centerpiece of this old Khajiit temple. After Uldor's reign of terror, the Sea Elves gave it to the Khajiit so it would become the key to his prison. No, which is why we must be the ones to enter the tomb. After he saw you through my eyes, he seemed convinced that to wear you would destroy him. For some reason, he feared you. No, we must enter the tomb together. Though he can't wear you, he could quite easily obliterate you with his magic. Only by splitting his attention can we hope to defeat him.
Master, I know what you're planning. I won't let you throw your life away. Aurelian's plan is to let Uldor possess him. They'll both be sealed in the tomb forever. But it doesn't need to be this way. Seal me in. Aurelian is too important for the Dominion to lose. Besides, we both saw how the summoning ritual weakened my... Please, help me convince Aurelian. I will gladly seal myself in the tomb to spare my master. Uldor is a threat to all on this island.
Oh shit. I am going to keep Rurelian just because on my mage Raidgon character, I saved Gothwyn because I was like, oh, he's an old guy. He doesn't have much time left. This is the world of ESO. Old people don't die here. So I'm gonna lock her up because I feel like if we choose to lock her up, there's somehow gonna be a loophole that she is saved but not him. We'll see. And she is right. Like, he has a lot more knowledge and can train more people like you. I don't know.
Thank you. I should prepare myself.
Catherine, I beg you to reconsider.
You're too important, Aurelian. If the Dominion lost you, we would be lost.
Then I'll recover the Morning Stone. Farewell, my dearest friend.
Farewell, Aurelian. Give me a moment to prepare myself. Go on ahead.
You! I won't wear a poisoned outfit.
Uldor, my master was a fool to doubt your power. I'll help you wreak the vengeance you seek, if you allow me.
Such a spectacular willing garment. Very well.
I can't fight him for long. Quickly! Place the tears of the two moons in the pedestals!
Wretched fool! I'll turn your friend to ash! I won't be mocked by soiled attire. Stay away from those pedestals! worthless rag! This tomb can't hold me forever.
The water weakens Uldur, but I can't hold him for long. Quickly, go to Aurelian. Tell him I know Uldur will keep me alive. He far prefers a living form to the dead. Strange. How can I know this? I feel him stirring within me. Help Aurelian restore the morning.
We've restored the Morning Stone. But if you're here, then Gathwin is lost to that monster. You speak truth, and yet the young should never die for the old. It is the singular travesty of war.
The singular travesty of war is young people dying for old people. The single travesty of war. You need to get your fucking shit aligned, Rurelian.
I need to record everything that happened here. Uldor's skill troubles me. Without further study, the Dominion will bear no defense against his strange capabilities. We've restored the mornings. I need to record. I've rarely encountered a creature of Uldor's power. There may be a way to separate him from Gathwin, but it will take much time and study. She's not just an apprentice. She's my... Please don't think me ungracious. Without your aid, I'd still be under Uldor's influence. I won't forget. I can open a portal to the temple courtyard. There you are. I'm afraid it won't remain open for long.
Don't mind Ilring. We're together again, and it's all thanks to you.
I've been waiting forever to spend time with my darling. A little privacy?
Did you hear the call of Sithis? It was drowned out by the wailing spirits. But then you must be of the living. My eyes are veiled. My time here draws to it.
I shouldn't be able to see you. It looks like the Morning Stone brought the spirits out in the temple courtyard. I'm not sure how to tell you this, or even if you'll understand, but you died at Uldor's hands. Do you notice how you seem different than most everyone around here? It's a harsh truth, but I hope hearing it allows you to go to a better place. If you allow it, I'll pray for Arkay to help you move on. I knew you wouldn't understand. The dead never realize they're dead. Walk with Arkay, spirit.
Ogmir, the fiercest of my warriors. Belknar, my most trusted Thane. I've fought beside each of you. I know you're worthy of Sovngarde. It won't be long before we feast together in the Hall of Valor.
Halt! Come no closer! Heed my words. You endanger more than your life. A fool who paid the ultimate price for ambition. But I would see none fall as I did.
coward.
This one has heard reports. You've kept busy. Good. You fit in now more than ever. How did things go? Clearly, you were meant to help us out. Joan and Jode have a sense of humor, yes? And of course, keep your wits about you, my new friend. Mistrel's houses cast deep shadows, and vipers lurk in the tall grass. Mistrel is the jewel of the southern seas, a free port with trade ties to half of Tamriel. Ambassadors from the Dominion arrived weeks ago to negotiate its admission into the... Kenarthi's Roost has an old treaty with the Maumar. They claim the Dominion fleet intended to invade their home waters. It's a sticking point in the Without Mistral's support, the Dominion will have precious little defense on its southern coasts. But we are not here to conquer. He is the voice and spirit of the Wood Elves. They say he is, was, and will be their greatest leader, whatever that means. This one knows him as an unrivaled diplomat. He is also the Dominion's best hope of resolving this. He is the voice. The High Elves, Wood Elves, and Khajiit stand united under the Eagle Banner. We secure our borders against invaders. Razumdar is just a simple Khajiit. He seeks the best for all the people of Tamriel. Also, a saddle that won't pinch the tail. One day.
Same, Razumdar.
Come and see from
Is the
distant
Sylvanar
shores of
blind?
Glenumbra,
Every
a
one of
real,
these sea elves is a
live
venomous
dog.
serpent waiting to strike. We should have cleansed
Do not
this
worry.
place of
It is
Maumar
safely
scum the moment.
caged.
Lorcan, take them all. Why did the Sylvanar negotiate with these filthy Maumar?
Those pirates are a stick in the High Elf eye. They capture our merchant ships and raid our settlements. If I had any say, we'd negotiate with us. Not as long as the Sylvanar confuses diplomacy with capitulation. He's inside with the rest of them, pretending this won't end in bloodshed. Go, see this farce for yourself.
Your pardon, friend. The Dominion's arrival on Kenarthi's Roost has upset the locals. It falls on me to smooth the waters. Please, help yourself to food or drink. I'm happy to speak with you once this matter is... Most unexpected! It seems we have a mutual friend. May I ask, what brings you to Miss... Then perhaps you can advise me on a small matter. The Maumar have a treaty with Kenarthi's Roost. This is nothing to fear. A treaty is something I can work with. Yet neither Ambassador Ulondil nor Headwoman Harani will produce a copy. Indeed, why not? It would be indecorous to suggest the treaty is anything but actual and sound, yet I fear it won't present itself without a more... Exactly! A chorus of requests may succeed in carrying the tune. Harani in particular seems eager to see this resolved, though I fear the Dominion presence binds her hands. But I'll leave you to it.
It's hard to keep track of the new faces since... And I told him. The mere act of... Look around you. What great armies do you see? Our survival depends on knowing when to fight.
We upheld our treaty with the people of Kanathis Roost for generations, and this is how they repay our kindness? We will not allow High Elf thieves to gain a foothold in our territorial waters. By all rights, this is our island. Harani's people occupy it with our blessing. If she breaks the treaty, so breaks our truce. We'll take back our island, and the Khajiit will pay We keep a copy on an island far from here. I see no reason to send for it. I won't allow High Elf...
This one thinks you have...
Any luck securing a copy? Then there's little chance for compromise. I'll call a break in formal talks until everyone calms their nerves. You understand the stakes, yes? I can't allow the Dominion's first act on Kanathis Roost to be one of conquest. I understand our mutual friend prefers the rum served at a nearby tavern. Perhaps he would have ideas on securing a copy of the treaty. It's a name, a title, and our holy city. Quite an honor to carry around such an important word, and the occasional burden in its confusion of outsiders. Not even the Green Lady calls me by my given name. Edelorn doesn't roll off the tongue, I suppose. As Sylvanar, seems like it's been such a short while, but the wrinkles on my face tell me differently. Or did you mean as Dominion Envoy? I've taken on diplomatic tasks for our fledgling alliance since its inception, so a freshly grown fruit still without blemish. On behalf of the Bosmer people, it's my goal to keep it that way. If you speak with the Green Lady, don't mistake her. She sustains me, and I her. Together, we are the aspirations of the Bosmer people given form. Put simply, she is the love of my life. Also, she grows ill-humoured when I gush about her within earshot. I'd best say no more.
I need to go download Cyberpunk, but I'll be right back.